Hello to your faces. Welcome back to the E-Files. The first file we are going to look into is the re-employment of Lord Mandelson after he was fired due to his relationship with Epstein and paid a severance payment of £75,000. This is his secret re-employment by King Charles and the UK government. Let's read this atrocity together now. Official. 11/30/01/2025. Letter from the FCDO to Lord Mandelson. Employment offer. Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office. Personal. Employee number. Redacted. Personal data. The Right Honorable Lord Peter Mandelson. HR Recruitment, Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office. P.O. Box 7654, Milton Keynes, MK119NK. Email at fcdo.gov.uk. Email www.gov.uk/fcdo. 30th January 2025. Offer of fixed-term employment with the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office. Dear Lord Mandelson, I am writing to offer you a 4-year fixed-term appointment from Monday 3 February 2025 to Friday 2 February 2029 in the Home Civil Service of the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office, FCDO, in the role of His Majesty's Ambassador, Washington. You have been selected for appointment under an exemption in the Constitutional Reform and Governance Act 2010. This job is graded at FCDO grade SCS 4. This appointment is for a fixed period only and is located in London, King Charles Street, KCS. For your assignment, you will be posted to the British Embassy in Washington. All appointments to the FCDO are conditional on you holding a current security clearance. The level of clearance currently required for the role of HMA Washington is DV clearance. Your security clearance has been confirmed by vetting unit and is valid until 29 January 2030. Further details can be found in paragraph 17 of your contract of employment. If you wish to accept this offer and are willing to accept employment based on this and the attached contract of employment, please sign 2 copies of this document, page 3, retaining one for your records and returning the other to me at the address above no later than Friday, 31st January 2025. 11/30/01/2025. Letter from the FCDO to Lord Mandelson. Employment offer. Acceptance. I accept employment on the basis of the terms and conditions of service contained or referred to in this letter of appointment and the summary attached to it. Name. Print in block capitals. Signed. Enclosed. 1. Contract of employment. 2. Letter of confirmation of security clearance. 3. Probation and sick absence document. 4. Civil Service Code. 5. Arrival report. 6. Automatic enrollment fact sheet. Official. Date. 30/01/2025. Email from the FCDO onboarding team. Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office. Annex 1. A Guide to the Official Secrets Act, 1989. The Official Secrets Act 1989 came into force on 1 March 1990. The 1989 Act replaces Section 2 of the Official Secrets Act 1911, under which it was a criminal offense to disclose any official information without lawful authority. Under the 1989 Act, it is an offense to disclose official information only in 6 specified categories, and only if the disclosure is damaging to the national interest. This guide gives answers to basic questions about how the new law might affect you. It does not cover everything in the Act, but the department or organization who issued it should be able to give you more information and advice if you need it. Who is affected by the Act? The Act applies to Crown servants, including government ministers, civil servants, including members of the diplomatic service, members of the armed forces, the police, government contractors, including anyone who is not a Crown servant, but who provides or is employed in the provision of goods for the purposes of a minister, a small number of officer holders, and the members and staff of a small number of non-government organizations who are Crown servants for the purposes of the Act, including the UK Atomic Energy Authority, British Nuclear Fuels plc, Urenco Limited, the National Audit Office and the Northern Ireland Audit Office, the offices of the Parliamentary Commissioner for Administration and Northern Ireland Audit Commissioner, the Scottish Parliamentary Commissioner, the Welsh Administration Ombudsman, members of the public and others who are not Crown servants or government contractors, but who have or have had official information in their possession. What is official information? This means any information, documents, or article which a Crown servant or government contractor has or has had in his or her possession by virtue of his or her position as such. What are the 6 specified categories of official information protected by the Act? It is an offense for a Crown servant or government contractor to disclose official information in any of the following categories if the disclosure is made without lawful authority and is damaging. The categories are security and intelligence, defense.
Please subscribe, like the video, and comment in the comment section. Thank you.
International relations, foreign confidences, information which might lead to the commission of crime. The special investigation powers under the Interception of Communications Act, 1985, and the Security Service Act, 1989. When is a disclosure damaging? The Act sets a different test or tests of damage for each of the 6 categories of information. For an offense to be committed under the Act, the disclosure of information must in general have damaged the national interest in the particular way or ways specified in the Act for the category of official information in question. It is ultimately for the jury to decide, when the case comes to trial, whether the damage has in fact occurred. When is a disclosure made without lawful authority? Crown servants may disclose official information only in accordance with their official duty. Government contractors may do so only in accordance with an official authorization or for the purposes of their functions as government contractors and without contravening an official restriction. In any other circumstances, a disclosure is made without lawful authority. What about members of the public? If a member of the public, or any other person who is not a Crown servant or government contractor under the Act, has in his or her possession official information in one of the protected categories, and the information has been disclosed without lawful authority, or entrusted by a Crown servant or government contractor on terms requiring it to be held in confidence, it is an offense to disclose information without lawful authority. It is also an offense to make a damaging disclosure of information relating to security or intelligence, defense or international relations, which has been communicated in confidence to another state or an international organization, and the information has come into a person's possession without the authority of that state or organization. Is it an offense to disclose means of access to protected information? It is an offense for anyone to disclose official information which it would be reasonable to expect might be used to obtain access to information protected by the Act. What about the Security and Intelligence Service? For present and former members of the Security and Intelligence Services, people who have been notified in writing that they are subject to Section 1.1 of the Act, it is an offense to disclose without lawful authority any official information about security or intelligence. There was no damage test. Who will be notified? A person may be notified only if his or her work is or includes work connected with the security and intelligence services, and the nature of the work is such that the interests of national security require that the person should be subject to Section 1.1 of the Act. What are the penalties for unauthorized disclosure? Offenses of unauthorized disclosure under the Act may be tried either on indictment by the Crown Court or summarily by a magistrate's or sheriff's court. The maximum penalties are 2 years imprisonment or an unlimited fine, or both if the offense is tried on indictment, and 6 months imprisonment or a $2,000 fine, or both if the offense is tried summarily. What about safeguarding information? It is also an offense under the Act for a Crown servant, a government contractor, or a notified person to fail to take reasonable care to prevent the unauthorized disclosure of a document or article which is protected by the Act, for a Crown servant or a notified person to retain such a document or article contrary to official duty, for a government contractor or a member of the public to fail to comply with an official direction for the return or disposal of such a document or article. These are summary offenses, for which you may be tried in England and Wales by a magistrate's court or in Scotland by a sheriff's court. The maximum penalties are 3 months imprisonment or a $2,000 fine, or both. Section 1 of the Official Secrets Act, 1911. The 1989 Act does not affect the operation of Section 1 of the Official Secrets Act, 1911, which protects information useful to an enemy. The maximum penalty for offenses under Section 1 of the 11 is 14 years imprisonment.
Declaration to be signed by all civil servants/crown servants. I understand that after my appointment and any future appointments with the Foreign, Commonwealth, and Development Office have ceased, I continue to be bound by the provisions of the criminal law which protect certain categories of official information, including the Official Secrets Act, and by my duty of confidentiality owed to the Crown as my former employer. Surname, in block capitals. Forenames. Signed. Date. To note, this section can be completed electronically and the document sent to FCDO from your personal email address to confirm acceptance. The email must come from your personal email address that FCDO have been using to contact you to discuss your employment offer.
All right, guys, you want more content? Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Patreon, YouTube, and Spotify, all at CeeJayReactsMedia.